Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Swift. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Goff. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the lonely way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Being chased out left. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level, went to a junior college, Went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And they shedding the tackle and gives him some room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The numbers for Jones last week, 17 carries, 81 yards and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. A strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Rodgers again now. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Now Jones. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A couple extra tight ends are in. Third and goal from the 1. Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's third down. Goff. Got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Swift on the counter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Rodgers now on first down. This one brought in by Sternberger. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task. And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. And it's a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now. How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can. Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think? I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it. Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Now Goff. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Sony Michel, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A good catch there for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But last year we saw some bigger catches. The NFL leader in yards per reception in 2020.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Rodgers. It's caught by Funches. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards for number 11.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Rodgers now on 1st down. Funches has it complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On play action, now Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Play action. It's gone. That's caught out left by Perriman. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And Rashad Perriman's in his 6th NFL season. The Lions already his 5th team. He did have 30 catches last year with the New York Jets, but here in Detroit, hoping to recreate the magic his father created. Brett was quite the receiver for Detroit in his day. Played there 6 years, went over 1,000 yards twice. A first down catch for the younger Perriman.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. He gets this complete to Cephas. 7 yards the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gone. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, now it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Julian Okwara in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. Well, the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers is going to let this one go deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a first down throw, gone. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw again on second down, Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Here's Goff. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Quintez Cephas there to make the grab. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles